Welcome, everyone. Today we're doing a deep dive into some really mind-bending ideas.
We are indeed.
We've got this ebook, The Great Awakening to Intentional Consciousness, the QuantSciousness Code, manifesting intentions across the vibrational matrix.
Quite a title.
It is. And, it's not a typical book that just lays everything out. It's written, well, uniquely. It really makes you think, makes you draw your own conclusions.
Exactly. It's less about being told things and more about participating, right? Creating your own understanding from these breadcrumbs the author leaves.
And that's what we're going to try and do today. We'll look at some of the core ideas, the really intriguing stuff like
Parallel universes.
yeah, parallel universes, quantum entanglement, that strange connection, and this really captivating idea of potentially connecting with other versions of yourself, your doppelgangers.
And it's interesting how the author sets it up. They're quite upfront, saying it's a mix of their own research, some imagination, and even AI assistance.
Right. They admit it's speculative.
Totally. But they also point out that, lots of people are thinking along these lines already. It's like an invitation to consider these big, maybe uncomfortable questions.
Yeah, and it's important to stress, like the author does, that they haven't, consciously met a doppelganger for coffee or anything.
Right.
But things like dreams, intense imaginings, they see those as potential sort of esoteric connections to what they call our truest entangled consciousness.
So that framing of identity right at the start, doppelganger of my truest essence, that's powerful.
It makes you pause, doesn't it?
It does. The idea that maybe who we are day to day is just one expression of something deeper, more fundamental.
And the book takes you on this journey, the author's personal view of reality, but it weaves in these huge concepts.
Entangled quantum consciousness. Panpsychism.
Panpsychism, the idea that consciousness isn't just in brains, but maybe a basic property of the universe itself.
Exactly. Big stuff.
Okay, so let's dive into one of the real head-scratchers. Parallel universes.
Ah, yes.
Ah.
The multiverse.
The book jumps right in, suggesting there could be, well, an infinite number of realities all coexisting right now.
Imagine that. Every choice, every possibility playing out somewhere.
It links this to the many worlds interpretation in quantum mechanics, right?
It does, which, is a real interpretation, though definitely debated in physics. The idea is that every time a quantum measurement happens, the universe splits. Yeah, into branches. Each branch is a different outcome. So you turn left, reality splits, and in another branch, you turn right.
So the book uses that fork in the road analogy. Left or right creates two whole new realities.
Right, and it even suggests tiny variations exist, like a universe where you picked coffee this morning instead of tea. Just slightly different.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's quantum entanglement.
Spooky action at a distance.
Oh, Einstein's famous phrase for it, yeah. So for listeners, it's like having two particles linked intrinsically.
You measure one, say it's spin.
And instantly the other one, no matter how far away.
Miles, light years.
It shows the opposite spin, instantly, like linked coins.
It's bizarre. And here's where the book makes a big leap. It asks, could consciousness be entangled?
Our consciousness, entangled with?
With our parallel selves, in those other universes. If particles can be linked like that, maybe our awareness can too.
So like shared experiences, or even communication.
That's the possibility it floats.
Fascinating, right? Maybe that weird gut feeling you get is a ripple from another you.
Which leads straight to the next big question in the book. Can we actually contact these doppelgangers?
Yeah, can we make contact? It's presented speculatively, but, it definitely grabs your attention. Could entanglement be the pathway?
Imagine the insights you could get.
Exactly. The book talks about that. Connecting with another you who made different choices. Think of the perspectives.
Seeing the life you might have had if you took that other job, maybe, or didn't move city.
Yeah.
It could be a powerful mirror for your own life, your current path.
It really shifts how you think about your own decisions, doesn't it? The implications.
If countless versions of you are living out every possibility, does that make your choices less weighty? Or maybe more meaningful because this is the one you're experiencing?
It could be liberating, in a way.
That's what the book suggests. Knowing this is just one path out of many might take some pressure off. Maybe inspire you to check if this path really feels right.
But then there are the ethical questions it raises.
Oh, definitely. If we could interact, what are the responsibilities? Could we mess things up for them? Or them for us? Disrupt some kind of balance?
Yeah, the potential consequences.
And it throws in this other mind bender.
Yeah.
Maybe all time is happening now, just at different frequencies.
Oh, okay. That just breaks my brain a little.
Right. It completely challenges our linear view of past, present, future. Opens up even more weird possibilities for interaction if time isn't fixed.
So if someone wanted to, try and tap into this multiverse, what does the book suggest?
Well, it mentions various techniques people explore. Things like meditation, obviously, for focusing awareness.
Lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming, yeah. Becoming aware you're dreaming. Astral travel has mentioned the idea of consciousness leaving the body. Even quantum experiments, though, that's pretty out there.
And things like OBEs, out-of-body experiences, and NDEs, near-death experiences.
Right, and it stresses these are subjective, personal. The author makes a point. Just because you haven't experienced it doesn't mean it's not real for someone else. Individual perception is key here.
Even simple daydreaming gets a mention.
Yeah, as potentially holding incredible insights. Maybe those fleeting thoughts aren't so random after all.
But we need to be clear. The book acknowledges there's no solid scientific proof for these techniques actually contacting parallel selves, right?
Absolutely. It admits the difficulty.
Yeah.
How do you scientifically measure these inner experiences? It also hints at established dogma.
Like fixed beliefs that stop people exploring weird ideas. It later calls it the matrix of manipulation.
Exactly. That maybe some avenues are shut down prematurely.
But there's hope expressed, right? That future research in quantum physics and consciousness studies, maybe that will shed some light eventually.
The author definitely seems to feel these connections are happening already somehow. We just don't fully get it yet.
Which kind of leads into this interesting part where an AI extrapolates on these ideas.
Right, the AI summary. It hits the key points. Multiverse, entanglement, doppelgangers, connection methods like meditation, dreams.
But it doesn't just summarize, it suggests digging deeper.
Yeah, like exploring consciousness itself more. Is it just the brain? Or something more fundamental? And the implications of, like, transdimensional existence, the ethics, the philosophy.
And it emphasizes dreams again, lucid dreaming, dream interpretation, maybe as pathways.
Potentially. And it links all this to the power of choice, the subconscious, mentioning things like neuroplasticity, positive thinking, visualization, affirmations.
Self-fulfilling prophecies even, how our minds shape reality.
Which sets up this next bit, questioning why unconventional ideas often get labeled conspiracy theories so fast.
The book wonders if it's just closed-mindedness or maybe something more deliberate, those overlords of deception again.
It really pushes the reader, to think beyond the usual narratives. It uses that great analogy of the electromagnetic spectrum.
Right. We only see this tiny band of visible light.
But there's radio waves, X-rays, all around us, totally invisible to us. Or how animals can hear frequencies we can't.
So just because we don't perceive it doesn't mean it's not there.
Exactly. And then it connects back to quantum physics again, suggesting that even solid stuff, our bodies included, it's all energy particles.
Interpreted by our consciousness based on our beliefs, that's the quote, right? You are not a physical entity, but energy packets.
Yeah, a pretty radical perspective, that we're fundamentally energy interwoven with reality, maybe extending into other quantum dimensions.
And consciousness isn't just a side effect of brain chemistry.
But maybe a fundamental force interacting with everything.
Okay, so back to the paradox of choice. Every decision, a new reality branch. Does the road not taken actually exist?
That's the question it keeps circling back to. And daydreaming comes up again. Not just escape, but maybe glimpses. Portals.
Portals to other possibilities, other states of being.
And the author shares this experience, seemingly personal, of meeting EOMs.
EOMs?
Stands for Entangled Other Me, apparently. They're doppelgangers. Meeting them across parallel universes, sharing knowledge for upcoming events. Facilitated by dimensions growing in parallel. It's quite a narrative.
And this is where the good versus evil theme really comes in strong.
Yes. The overlords of deception and their matrix of manipulation, portrayed as actively dangerous, seeking power, control, suppression, adds a real dramatic layer.
So the book then details this alleged agenda of the overlords using an AI's interpretation.
Right. Things like controlling information, psychological manipulation, fear, propaganda,
economic domination, surveillance, divide and conquer tactics.
Cultural manipulation, controlling technology. It's a pretty dark picture it paints.
And it links these ideas to real-world stuff people worry about, like the Great Reset, loss of privacy, freedom of speech.
It does. Again, presented as the AI's take on the author's understanding of these overlords.
So naturally, it then offers counter-strategies. Strategies for pursuing freedom.
Also drawing on AI input, yeah. Things like education, critical thinking, unity, self-sufficiency.
Secure communication, using tech for freedom, building resilience. basically empowering people against these controlling forces.
Then the focus zooms back in, becomes more personal with Mauricio.
Mauricio meets his main doppelganger,
In the Nexus, this meeting place between realities.
And through their conversation, we explore things like the butterfly effect.
How small actions ripple out across realities, and the co-creative nature of reality, how our thoughts, our intentions actually build our experience.
The Nexus itself sounds amazing, a crossroads of infinite possibilities.
Access through quantum entanglement, focused intention, visualization, according to the book.
And they discuss the light versus dark conflict again. The current reality leaning dark greed, corruption.
But there's hope. These enlightened beings emerging, though they face opposition, naturally.
And it keeps stressing the power within us. Positive thoughts, compassion, gratitude, belief. These can shape things.
Definitely a core message.
Then Mauricio meets other doppelgangers in the Nexus, discovering the others.
Yeah, a whole team. Elena the physicist, John the serendipity guy, Sarah the artist.
Leela the priestess, Diego the musician, Nadia the librarian, each representing different paths, different skills.
And we get little hints of how they each became aware, how they found the Nexus. Like different facets of one gem coming together.
And their convergence in the Nexus, it amplifies their power.
That's the idea. Their combined consciousness can accelerate this great awakening, this global shift, by sharing wisdom, but with great power.
Comes great responsibility. Use it wisely.
Exactly. Which leads to the Great Awakening, a new era. Their collective power starting a transformation.
Focused on healing the planet.
Quantum healing, new energy tech, conscious farming.
Awakening consciousness.
Spiritual teachings, art, new education.
And harmonizing realities.
Interdimensional travel, cultural exchange, even quantum diplomacy. It's ambitious stuff.
And then it turns back to the reader, to us. What's the advantage for you? How can you participate?
Right. By integrating meditation and intention into your life, tapping into that potential.
It gives practical meditation tips, quiet space, focus on breath, gently redirect thoughts. Pretty standard, helpful guidance.
And suggests specific guided visualizations. The Nexus meditation to connect with your higher self, maybe your own doppelgangers.
And quantum leap meditation for, well, quantum leaps in consciousness.
Plus, intention-setting rituals. Things like the Power of 8 group intention, positive affirmations, vision boards.
Gratitude practices too, journaling, meditation, focusing on the positive.
And tackling limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
Embracing possibility. Really working on your mindset.
There's even an idea for a shared meditation in the Nexus, everyone focusing collective intent on a better reality.
And the Quantum Leap, a reader's guide, encourages taking that leap in your own life. Challenge limits, embrace uncertainty, trust, take action.
But it's not all smooth sailing, is it? There's the dark side of the multiverse.
Right. Fear, negativity, control. A threat to the balance, to the awakening. They manipulate, sow discord, corrupt minds.
So there's this potential showdown described, the doppelgangers versus the dark side.
A cosmic battle, basically.
Yeah.
And again, the reader is invited to participate.
How?
By visualizing light, sending love, choosing light over darkness in your own daily choices and thoughts. Your inner state matters.
And the narrative concludes with the triumph of light.
Love, compassion, unity win the day. A new era of peace and harmony dawns.
But it requires ongoing effort from everyone, right? In embodying those principles. Mindfulness, kindness, positivity, connection.
Exactly. The ultimate awakening isn't just a one-off event. It's a permanent shift, but one we constantly support.
Remembering the lessons, embracing interconnectedness, cultivating positivity.
Spreading kindness. It all contributes. Our thoughts, our intentions shape the world.
And for those wanting to explore more, it suggests some hashtags.
Hashtag consciousness, hashtag quantum jumping, hashtag remote viewing, hashtag the power of fear. And recommends checking out hashtag next level soul.
And then a little teaser for the next journey.
Yeah, Awakened Souls, the Chronicles of Starseed Beings. Hints at more challenges from the overlords and the role of these starseed individuals.
It outlines their supposed traits, early awareness, advanced abilities, empathy, past life memories, maybe psychic stuff like clairvoyance, telekinesis.
And touches on theories to explain it. Reincarnation, Akashic records, soul contracts, genetic memory, plus the challenges they face.
Emphasizing the need to support them.
And finally, that bonus statement, soul.
Ah, yes. The author reflecting on identity as pure quantum consciousness, beyond gender, race, status.
Believing the soul is eternal, our purpose is becoming clearer. encouraging everyone to embrace their unique soul, respect others, and resist conformity.
Wow. Okay. That was quite a journey through some very big
That
ideas.
certainly covers a lot of ground, very thought-provoking.
Well, thank you for taking this deep dive with us into the Great Awakening to Intentional Consciousness. We really hope this exploration sparked some curiosity for you listening.
Yeah, maybe you offered some new ways to think about reality, about your own place in it all.
We definitely encourage you to, delve deeper if this resonated. Ponder the possibilities, see what feels right for your own intuition and experience.
Absolutely. It's meant to be interpreted after all.
Please do comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss our next exploration. We'll be slowing things down next time, starting right from the beginning of the Great Awakening to Intentional Consciousness, the QuantSciousness Code, manifesting intentions across the vibrational matrix.
Looking forward to it.